What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey, everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Caligula's horse. Yes, indeed. How about that? Caligula's horse making their debut on the channel. Before going any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from No Frills, and this is actually No Frills' prioritized request for the month of February for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, No Frills. Hope you enjoy the show, man. No Frills wanted to see me react to this. It is Caligula's horse with a tune entitled Dream the Dead. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I might have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, this is that song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Caligula's horse, all right? And the video has 505,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Dream the Dead. That's all I got. That's all it says. It does say Caligula's horse up here, so hopefully we're in the right spot. Look, this is the link I was given, all right? So if we're not in the right spot, don't blame me. Blame No Frills. I got the link from No Frills. So if there's anybody to blame, you know where to put it. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Never felt like this before, like the window in the water world's a worthy sacrifice. But you made me feel alive, like the light through dreamers' eyes. I'm taking what I need. Can't stop what you've light can't drown the morning sun again. Would have killed to let you die. Can't stop what you've begun. Can't drown the morning sunlight. Crying out, I'm begging you for this. Leave us to dream the dead. Say goodnight.
man. Very, very much in the same vein as Spock's Beard. Spock's Beard is a prog rock band. I've actually had the opportunity to see them live twice. They love taking songs, keeping them in. Seriously, it's 4/4 the entire time, but they love coming up with these subdivided patterns that give the illusion of being more than it really is. Like they'll come up with it's not a change in measure. There's no time signature change. It's just all subdivided out in very strange ways. So, okay, for example, 4/4 notes in a measure, right? You break that down into 8 notes. You have 8/8 notes, right? So it'll start out with like 7/8 notes. And then it'll come in with this accented downbeat on the 8/8 note to give it an illusion that it's like 7/8 and 9/8, even though it really isn't. It's 2 measures of 4/4. And they'll do this constantly through the entire song. Now, the intro on this song, very, very much like Spock's Beard, where they were just doing some crazy subdivision work to give it the illusion of being like, so it was like 9/8 and then 5/8 and then 2/8. So 9/8 notes, 5/8 notes, followed by 2 additional 8 notes. And then it would come around with a completely different pattern, like 7/8 and then 9/8. Or actually, no, I don't think that was it. I think it was 6/8 and 10/8. I think it was for the next 2 measures, even though it was technically by letter of the law 4/4 the entire time. Now, since about the minute and a half, so around the minute and a half mark, it stopped with the crazy subdivisions, and it has just become very easy, straight ahead 4/4. Definitely more enjoyable, definitely easier to listen to. But I gotta say, I had a lot of fun figuring out that first about first 45 seconds to a minute. I was sitting here really trying to go, oh, where is this going? But then I found it, and I was like, okay, it's been 4/4 the entire time. That's cool. I like it. I like the subdivision work. I love to play with subdivision. But like I said, it really gave me vibes with Spock's Beard. Vocally, I like what's going on. I think the vocal delivery on the song is really nice. It definitely fits the mood and tone and direction of the song. Instrumentally, everything across the board, great job. Great job. So far, so good. I know we're almost halfway through. I have no complaints about this. Even with the complexity of the intro, I still dug it. I still liked it. I still think it wasn't overly done. It wasn't so far out there and so overly complex and so overly subdivided that it was intolerable. No, it was tolerable. It absolutely was. Let's keep going here. This is 7. Measure of 8. Round it up. 7. 1, 2, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 7. 8. I like it. 3 measures of 7, 8, ending with a measure of 4, 4. I like it. Great conveyance. I love how they set that up. So we had the halfway point, we had the interlude. When the drums came back in, they made it very simple, very easy to figure out. 7 8 7 8 7 8 4 4. They made it very easy. Okay. I'll tell you what. I know it's 4 4, but for the sake of explanation, let's just say, I know it's 4 4, but let's just call it 8 8 for right now, okay? So it's 7 8 7 8 7 8 8 8, and the 8 8 is used to resolve and as the turnaround point to go back to 7 8 7 8 7 8 8 8 7 8 7 8 7 8 8 8. Okay, they made it very easy to find, very, very open about it. They weren't trying to hide anything. But then when they came in fully with the whole band coming in, they went into this halftime feel, right? So we had this very heavy halftime feel, but it's still 7 8 7 8 7 8 8 8. I like that. They made it obvious. No, nothing to hide. This is what it is. And this is the way that it is foretelling. This is the way it's going to be when the whole band comes back in. And when the whole band did come in, sure enough, 7 8 7 8 7 8 8 8. Wash, rinse, and repeat. If you follow that meter, you'll have no problem keeping up with the count on this. None whatsoever. Really nice. I like how they did it. It's like well, I liken it to, and I've used this analogy before. I liken it to a Mega Man game, a Mega Man video game. You're coming up to a puzzle, right? And the first time through the puzzle, they're going to make it fail safe. You can't lose. Here come those disappearing squares. Right? Here they come. And you figure out the puzzle. Okay, that's the pattern. That's how it works. Okay. But then on the very next screen up, you're going up, right? You're going up and you come back to the puzzles. But now it's a little more difficult. Now it's a little more dangerous. Now there's enemies. But it's the same puzzle. The same puzzle, the same theme is still there. Okay, so now we got to navigate those same disappearing squares, but now we have enemies shooting at us. Okay, makes it a little harder, right? You go up, you transition to the next level. Now it's those same disappearing squares with enemies and with traps. Now you have like this, now you have the floor falling out from underneath you. So now if you mess up, you're really going to pay for it, right? They make it more difficult, but they start you off where? No threats whatsoever. Just those disappearing squares to show you this is what you can expect. You know what I mean? It's the same concept. It's that same conveyance. I love that. I absolutely love that. They really do. I mean, for lack of a better word, and I'm not trying to put anybody down. And folks, if you feel attacked when I say this, that's on you, because I'm not pointing fingers or naming names here. So they make it idiot proof. They really do. They make it so simple to follow along. It's crazy. Let me see if I can back up. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be coming back on the downbeat of 1 now. So here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. Here comes the whole band. Change. They did 9 that time. Just straight 4/4. Personally, I loved this. I really enjoyed listening to this on a personal level. Now, looking at the song objectively, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. I know I loved it, but I don't know how it's going to translate to a score. So let me think about it. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Caligula's Horse with a tune called Dream the Dead. This was a request from No Frills. And this was actually No Frills' prioritized request for the month of February for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, No Frills. Hope you enjoyed the show. Okay. I had to give this some thought. I did. Because after the song was over, I knew how I personally felt about the song. I loved it. I absolutely enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun to listen to for me personally. Now, looking at the song objectively, there's the trick. Looking at the song, basing a score on the merits of the song alone, taking personal feelings out of it. How did we end up? Well, we didn't end up that far apart. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.4. Yep, 8.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.4. What does that mean? Well, an 8.4 would translate to a great skill rating because overall, I think this is a great song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. Yeah, an A-. So there you go, an 8.4, great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Yeah, we really weren't that far apart between how I personally feel and looking at the song objectively. We weren't too far apart. I don't think this would ever get up in the 9s with me personally, but 8.7, 8.8 for how I personally feel about the song. Yeah, that feels about right. So like I said, we're really not that far apart. A lot of great things happening in this song. Some great songwriting, some outstanding songwriting. I love the usage of the subdivisions. I love the use that we actually did change time signatures here and there in various parts of the song. I also enjoy the vocals very much in this song. The vocals really fit the mood and tone and direction. They were a nice, calming underlay compared to what was happening within the musicianship and within the songwriting. With all the subdivision work, the vocals were a constant. The vocals never tried to show or demonstrate any subdivision work whatsoever. They just carried from measure to measure to measure, almost in a soothing way. I think that was very nice, a very nice contrast compared to what was happening instrumentally. Instrumentally, this song was very well done from a subdivision work standpoint, from a chordal progression standpoint. I think everything. I think the chordal progression, if I'm being honest, I think the chordal progression was probably the simplest and easiest thing about the entire song. The chords really didn't go all over the place. They would play one chord and stay on one chord for like 1 or 2 measures. Now, there was some great subdivision work and sometimes even time signature work within that one chord before we would transition to the next chord for a measure or 2. So, I mean, the chordal progression really wasn't all that complex. It was the subdivision work. It was the counting. It was the time signature changes that would actually, add the complexity to the song. Now, here's the thing. I personally really enjoyed the song, and even on its own merit, I think it's a great song. Having said that, it's a very niche song. Like, you have to be a fan of this kind of music to really enjoy this song. If you were to put this on the radio, it would be met with a lot of pushback. The general public is not really going to enjoy a piece of music like this, because the subdivision work and the changes in time signature, it can be very off-putting. It's not going to be a straight-ahead 4/4 song from start to finish with a very easy-to-find groove. That is not the case here. If you're a fan of music like this, like I am, if you like prog rock, if you like bands like Spock's Beard, you like bands like Liquid Tension Experiment, you like bands like Dream Theater, I'm even going to throw another band in there that is definitely on the up and coming when it comes to winning people over. If you like bands like Sleep Token, something like this is going to absolutely fit the bill. You're going to enjoy this without question. Now, the general public, the average everyday listener, probably not so much. But then again, you might win over a few thanks to the vocal work and thanks to the chordal progression. I think between those two things, and the instrumentation tone-wise, the guitar tone, I think you will win over a few new fans here and there, absolutely. But looking at the song objectively, I dug it. It had, when it came to the time signature changes and when it came to the subdivision work, I think just enough was done to raise some eyebrows, but it wasn't overly done. It wasn't, bust out the scientific calculator and try to follow along. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, 8.4. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.4, which is a great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.